Today, I wanted to make a video in two parts. Part 1 will go up today, and part 2 will go up tomorrow. I tried to make a video last night to upload today, but I don't think it was very good at all, so I'm gonna do a little redo. Part 1 of the video will be about the concept of loving what you do as it pertains to like a career or what you do for work. And then part 2, I want to talk more about what I do for work, more specifically as a software engineer or developer. So let's hop in to part 1, loving what you do. It seems like right now in our culture, there seems to be a big push for you have to find something that you love to do. And if you don't love what you're doing, then you must be failing in some way and you need to change. But I definitely don't think it's as simple as that. What you do for work has a lot more implications in your life than just sort of short-term happiness. And I think the phrase like loving what you do is sort of vague and can be defined as a lot of different things. Like you don't necessarily have to feel happy to love what you do. So let's say, for instance, you work a job that is very stressful and takes up a lot of your time, but the end result is something that you're proud of, and just the satisfaction of what you're doing is enough of a positive result for you to, quote, love what you're doing, even though maybe you don't feel happy most of the time while you're actually working, but the end result is satisfying. Or let's say your life situation is such that you need money. Most people don't have the luxury of just trying to find whatever they love to do and then turn that into a career. Most people have to settle for, whatever they can make. And I think it comes down to, from my view of loving what you do, is you can love what you do as long as the end result is something that you're satisfied with. And whether that's enjoying the actual work that you're doing or enjoying the rewards of the paycheck that you get, providing for your family, providing for vacations, or the end result of your work, if you're helping people or if you're, making a difference. And I think as long as you can sort of figure out what your work needs to be satisfying, then I think you can say that you love what you do. And maybe it's not so much about loving what you do, but it's loving what you produce. And what you do to produce it isn't as important as the product that you're producing, whether or not that's providing for your family or it's whatever you're doing during the day. But I think there's generally some pressure on a lot of people in my generation to find something that they quote-unquote love to do all the time, basically turning a hobby into a career, and that's just not an option for a lot of people. It seems like people don't take the time to sort of evaluate their life situation and make decisions that are best for them at that time. Like maybe you're young and you don't have a lot of money, and it would be nice to do something that you love and make money, but it just might not be an option. You just might not have the skills you need to do the job you want to do, or whatever you like to do just doesn't make money. Instead of just being upset that you can't do it, you need to focus on, hey, I can work this other job that isn't too bad and it makes me money that allows me to focus while I'm not working on doing the things that I enjoy doing. I think people need to focus more on the production and be more honest with themselves about what they should be doing or how they should feel about what they're doing. But yeah, I don't know. It's hard to make a point, I guess. But yeah, so I guess the thing is, I don't think there's any shame in saying that you just work like a 9-to-5 job, or you just do some sort of, ordinary job that pays the bills. I think there can be just as much pride in doing that work as there can be in like a more generally respected work. I think as long as you're doing the best you can and doing what's best for your situation, then I think that's something you could be proud of. So in my next video, I'll talk more about what I do for work or I always want to know the specifics of what people do on more of like a day-to-day basis. You always end up talking to people and being like, well, what do you do? Oh, well, what do you do? And you just say whatever your title is, and then you just sort of move on. Maybe you talk about it at sort of like a very high level. I'm always interested in, okay, so what does that mean for your day-to-day activities? Like, what do you think about? What are you doing? What sort of problems do you have to solve? And so I thought it might be interesting to try and explain my job at more of like a lower or middle range level to give people a better idea of what, at least what I do as a programmer, a developer on a day-to-day basis. So I'll look forward to that video tomorrow. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.